Welcome back. You've just completed the design process in the previous lecture. Now I want to take that design process and run it through an example. The example that I want to run through was done by Michigan State University, and they looked at a village in Kenya. And in Kenya, there's this group of children there that actually bring the water to the village, right? So they looked at this village, and every day these children would go walk 4 hours or more to get water and bring it back to the village. So Michigan State University decided that this was not a good use of their time, going back and forth each day, where they could be much more productive in the village if they could bring water directly to the village without these children doing that. So they went into their imagine phase and came up with many different types of possible solutions, right, to the problem. They could just have it pumped right in. They could use solar pumping. They could manually pump it, right? One of my favorite ones is this one down here, where you have the kids running around or on the toy in the park, and you run on it, and it actually will pump the water up into a tank, things like that. So they kind of looked at all these different types of solutions to, really have those children be more productive in society. So they kind of did all these different concepts. They went and evaluated it, right? They studied it, researched everything, made tests and prototypes, and they came up with a solution. And the solution they came up with was, first they had to design it, create it, and they brought it in, right? They came up with this solution, and it was to use a pump at the river and pump the water all the way back into the village. With these nice faucets, they could fill it, and it's right there in the village, and they have no problems at this point. Okay, so it seemed like a really good, simple solution. They actually implemented the solution, and the test was to see how it was used, right? And you would think, yay, everybody's happy, right? We don't have to walk 4 hours a day and carry all of this water, and oh my, right? Everything's great. But in actuality, the project failed, right? It was a complete failure. The kids weren't happy. The village wasn't happy with it. So the project actually failed. And the question is, why did it fail? What is the most important step in the process? The most important step is the define process, right? Is to define, the define stage. If we go back to the define stage, what do we find? We find these kids are taking water back and forth. Did Michigan State actually ask them, do you like doing this? Do you not like doing this? They didn't, right? They assumed that what we like in our country of having water right in our own village or in our own home is more beneficial than going and walking 4 hours a day or more, right? But this is part of their culture, right? In this village, this was part of their culture. The kids, the guys and the girls get together and they get to talk, and that's kind of their kind of courtship time within this village. So this project actually failed, right? Those faucets never turned on, right? Because they didn't want them, right? Maybe it would have been better if Michigan State had asked them, do you want it, right? What do you like or not like about this? Do you want water pumped in? If they said no, well, is there a way we can make it easier for you to go, ask the kids, is it easier way, to get the water there or not? Maybe they could make certain carts or something instead of having to carry the water, right? Maybe they could have some type of cart type system or something like that. But they didn't ask them really what the problem was. So this very expensive process or project actually failed and was never used. So it's very important when you're going through this design cycle up here, right, when you're going through, that you define it properly before you go on to the rest of it, or you will spend a lot of time and waste a lot of money. So again, always define your problem properly.